what is good? Thank you so much for once again stopping back by. I really do hope that you're going to enjoy today's video so that you can keep coming back for more. In today's video, we are doing a Q&A. I love these kind of videos. I love answering what you guys have to ask me. I did go on Instagram about like 2 weeks ago and I posted a Q&A poll and I got the questions, child, and I picked out about 10 questions that I will be answering. If that is something you are interested in watching, do keep watching this video till the end. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe. So I'm drinking Red Bull in a champagne glass just to be fancy. But do grab something to drink, do grab your own beverage, and let us start answering these questions. I will be looking down because I wrote the questions on my phone, or I screenshotted the questions from Instagram, and yeah. Hey, so the first question is, reflecting on everything you've been through, what were the lessons that you learned? I think the biggest lesson I learned in everything I've been through is that your own happiness comes from you. It doesn't matter what anybody does for you. It doesn't matter what you have. You can't measure happiness by what you have. Often we think, oh, once I attain this, I'm gonna be happy. It doesn't work like that. It's work that you do on yourself, and it can only come from you. It doesn't matter what you have, what you don't have, who gives it to you, who doesn't give it to you. It's work that you need to do on yourself. I think that's the first biggest lesson that I learned. Also, I learned how to forgive. In fact, maybe I'm still learning. I'm still in the process of learning how to forgive. But I had often lived my life where I was never really hurt, or the things that did hurt me, it was never that deep. It was things that like I can move on from it. Like, you hurt me, I cut you off, bye. You know, I've never had to be hurt, heal, deal with it, and still like forgive the person and still have the person in my presence and still have the person in my life. So yeah, because even like when you fight with family, I don't really count that, because you kind of don't have an option to get rid of them. You just have to forgive them and impili kubeg. But it's something else when you fight with a friend. I mean, I don't have to keep you as a friend, but I've gotten to a point where I've learned to forgive, to heal, and still keep you in my life. But of course, it depends on who are you, what significance do you hold in my life. I still cut off Kesana. If you come at me sideways and it's not worth it, I'll still cut you off, period. Poo-poo. The next question is, what would you tell your inner child? Is she healed? Is she happy? What would I tell my inner child? I would tell my inner child to don't compromise. Go after exactly what you want. I would tell my inner child that anything is attainable. You don't have to flip, change because you think but you can't attain. Only flip, change, and turn if that's where you are led. If that's what your new interests, your new likes have become. Not because someone has said it's impossible or certain situations have made you think what you wanted to attain is impossible. I'll tell her, go for it. Is she healed? She's healing every day. She's honestly healing every day. Is she happy? She's very happy. She's very content. She's exactly where she needs to be. The next question is, hi. I like the fact that you greeted me first, Kesana. Any children anytime soon? It's in my 8-year plan. I don't know if that's anytime soon or that's long term. It's in my 8-year plan. Hey, with the heart. Hi, babe. Do you know of any acting bursaries? I definitely do know of a few. I'm catching the flu, guys. I'm sorry if I keep doing. It's called. I'm trying to think of the full name. National Arts Council. National Arts Council gives bursaries for musical theater. They give bursaries for acting, for music, for dancing. That is a bursary that you really should look into. They fund, the last time I checked, which was a while ago, they fund your tuition only. So in terms of indawo yokuhlala and in terms of the food, that is on you. There's also one from NFVF. I forgot the full name. I think they fund everything. It's like 100% bursary, accommodation, tuition fees, and stipend. So they give you money, like your pil, your care. So what else? There's NSFAS, of course. NSFAS funds everything. In public universities though, so if you want to go to DUT like I did, if you want to go to UKZN, just to name a few, if you want to go to, well, there's no drama in UJ. If you want to go to Wits, if you want to go to, yeah, if you want to go to a public university, UNESFAS will definitely fund you. But if you want to go to AFDA, if you want to go to Mocha Theatre, then it will not fund. Then I would suggest that you try the other bursaries, the ones that I've mentioned, because what do they fund? Private education as well. The next one is is it a good idea to work part-time to pay for your acting degree? Look, our situations is to our fun in working part-time and studying part-time, or the other way around, working full-time or studying full-time to raise money for your studies. It can never be wrong. I can never sit here and say no, go wrong when if you paying for your own tuition fees is the only way that you can get to study, then of course I would never sit here and say no, don't work part-time. How are you going to pay? How are you going to pay for your tuition fees? You get? However, if you can, I always suggest to pick one thing uyenze ngaleso sikhathi idlule. Isikhathi sokufunda siyadlula. Yes, imfundo ayikhulelwa, you know, you can never be too old to ukufunda, but isikhathi where ukufunda is easy. By that I mean when you're still young, when you still don't have kids, when you still a lot of things aren't your priority. If you're still living at home, ukufunda, I always say make it a priority, because as you grow, you have responsibilities. Now you have kids. Now your money is divided into 50 parts. Now you have a home to pay for. Now you have bills. So sidlula in that sense. Not ukuthi umuntu uyabamdala that, oh no, you can't go to school now because you're too old. But because of impilo and responsibilities as you grow, it slightly becomes harder to also balance school. So I always say when you still can, definitely go for it, and go for it 100%. But in a situation where, okay, sure, I'm still young, but I don't have the person to pay for my fees, do what you must dala what you must do. If it means because you need to go work and then pay for tuition fees, it's not a bad idea. And it's not about what you in 4 years her drama qualification. Even if it takes you 6 years, it doesn't matter. Own lane, own pace, own race. So it's not a bad idea. You are the only one who knows your situation and why you need to work as well as study. But if you do have an option, I would suggest study first, get it out the way, get it over and done with, slap your 4 years, slap your 3 years, and then focus on working. But again, it depends on your situation and your circumstance that you are currently living under. Okay, the next question is, how was your experience with being on a TV set? Okay, so I would assume that you are talking about the time where I had like a debut on Devon General, because that's the only set I was in, well, that you guys know that I was in. So that wasn't my first experience being on set, ne? It was my first experience not even shooting, being on something that a lot of people saw, if I can put it like that, being on national television. So that was my first time. But in terms of, who's that? Okay. In terms of being on set, babes, I work on set. Okay, I'm currently not working on a set, but I work on set frequently. behind the scenes, ne? So I knew exactly what to do, what not to do. I just knew because set life is what I'm used to. But if I had to take you back, the very, very first time I was on set, I was, you know, when you get there, it's very exciting. Like before the actual work starts. So how set works is you're gonna get there in the morning. If your call time is in the morning, if you are in the crew, definitely your call time will always be in the morning. Well, unless if it's like night scenes, then it's gonna be at night. But let's just say morning. You'll get there, and first things, we're gonna be having breakfast. Everyone is still coming. It's still high, and the dress code is very chilled. People wear tackies and track pants. If you get what I mean. So even the dress code just makes the environment even more chilled and even more comfortable. So now I'm talking about the first day I arrived on set. So you get there, you kind of get carried away. Set life, our industry is like, it's very rebellious in a way. Everybody's just getting in their zone of, okay, it's gonna be a long day, it's gonna be a hectic day, but it's so chill. So you get carried away until the work starts, until everyone is in their gear. And one thing is setini, you don't touch what doesn't belong to you. You don't go where you're not supposed to go, because time is money. We're working against time, we're working against light, we're working against day. People wanna clock, people wanna go home. So if you're gonna miss my department, people freak out. So until everyone started being like their own departments, camera departments, sound departments, so continue it, like camera until everybody starts into their own places. You're like, okay, where am I supposed to go? You don't even know what exactly are you supposed to do. Are you allowed to step in here? This is a time where, okay, sure. Luckily for me, I had the schooling background, so I knew a lot of terminologies. Wait, was I on set? I was on set while I was studying. The first time, oh yes, the first time I was on set, I was doing like my second year? The first time I was at a professional set, I was doing my second year. But luckily for me, before I had studied drama, I studied film and television. So I kind of knew the terminology. I kind of knew what's popping. But at the same time, it's one thing to know book-wise, to be a bookworm. It's one thing when you actually get to the field. So it was kind of tense. It was kind of scary. But look, my advice to you would be, don't be afraid to ask. Don't act like you know when you don't, because that's what pisses people off. Because now when you think you know, I'm also going to think you know. Until you do something wrong and I'm like, okay, umuntu owaziyo wouldn't do this. So just be very honest. Tell them it's my first time on set. One thing I realized, the more honest you are with yourself and other people, the more people are willing to help you. So if it's your first time on set, everybody has had their day one. Don't even feel awkward about it. Everyone has had their first time on set. Just be open. Just ask. Ask, am I allowed? What can I do? What can I not do? Just ask and people will be there to help you. I hope that answers your question. The next one, how's your acting career going? I'll be honest. I'll be super honest, because my channel is like my safe space. Ne? It is not going how I thought it would go. It's not. I honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thought at 24, I would be probably presenting one of the leading shows in South Africa, probably acting on one of the biggest shows in South Africa, playing a very prominent character. That's what I thought. Straight up, dead honest, that's what I thought. But it's not that easy. It's not that easy, and it has nothing to do with talent. It has nothing to do with it means you're not great enough. It has everything to do with timing. It has everything to do with who do you know. It has everything to do with being at the right place at the right time. And that's another thing about our industry that is very, it is what it is. That's why I always advise my students or anyone I have a chat with, really, because what would I be eating? Honestly, if I was just an actor only and I had nothing else, Ngabe ngiphila ngani? Ngabe vele wenzakalani? Because right now, if I'm being dead honest with you, I'm not acting. I'm not acting anywhere. I currently don't have a theater show that I'm acting. I'm currently not on TV. Ngabe ngidlani? Take me, guys. I'm a living example. Esana. I studied. Ngabe ngidlani? So my acting career is not going how I wanted it to go. However, in it's not going how I thought it would go, I've also took very selfish decisions in my acting career. I've also taken very firm decisions. I will be open about this because it's my truth. You may look at it and think, oh no, this girl is full of herself. What does she think she is? Omunye will really understand where I come from. I said to myself, you know what? After the Deb and Jane gig, so you guys know about that. If you've been on my channel for a while, you know that I appeared on Deb in General. It wasn't big, but it was something. But after that, I shot that and I sat down and I'm like, Yazi, Mina, I've invested my heart in my career, in my acting career, my entire soul, my time, I don't even want to say my education. I went to school for this, but I gave it all. I still give it my all, even today. And I looked at God and I said, I'm grateful for the opportunity. However, because I know what I bring to the table in terms of my career, I won't be doing small roles. I won't do my extra role. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. You kind of have to walk a certain distance before you get to that decision. For a person starting out, I can never say I'm extra roles, but when I've done it, I've passed the test. I can't anymore. I can't be doing the same thing for 7 years. You get, it's the same thing with radio, but that's another topic. With radio presenting, but that's another topic on its own. But yeah, so I looked at God and I said, God, I will wait on you. When the time is right, you will make it happen. So all these smaller roles, I decline them every time I get an opportunity to play them. I decline them very nicely, very politely, in the most humble way that I can, but at the same time, not compromising what I stand for. I don't audition for them, and it's fine. My time hasn't come. There will come a time where I will play a role that I feel like is suitable. But I just got to a point where I was like, I'm not going to do these small roles because that's not what I want. So I'm not going to compromise. I will wait for exactly what I want. Another thing that you kind of get to an understanding of is that if you want to be on TV, for instance, now I'll take Deb and Jen. Yeah, let me make an example of Deb and Jen because that's an example I can make for myself. Let's say Deb and Jen now has a big role that they're casting for, right? And I do the audition, I fit the character, everything. They can't cast me. They can't cast me because I've appeared before as a smaller role. So the audience is not stupid. They'll see that that's the girl that was playing. So now they can't. So playing all these smaller roles, they end up locking you because now you become familiar on screen for small roles that when the big one comes, you can't even be considered. So I looked at all that and I was like, even if it happens 10 years from now, Lord, I will wait on you. Even if it does not happen, but see, I won't compromise what I've worked for and what I want just because I know no. I offer way too much to just say and when the time is right, God will make it happen and it will be seen. But yeah, that's the story when it comes to my acting career. But no, I'm currently not acting. I do other works, everything in the arts, but acting wise, the next one says, you guys are asking a lot about my career, hey? And the next one says, you once dropped a trailer of a movie you were part of. When is it dropping? So what you need to understand is that as an actor, I did my part. I did my work. I got there. Nga-actor, ngahola imali yami, kwaphela kanjalo. I didn't produce the show. I didn't direct the show. I have no idea about the show. I know the show was supposed to go on like a festival, a film festival. I think it was Pesha or another province. I'm not too sure. And then lockdown happened, and then that didn't happen. But I don't have the full details. Is it ever going to air? I just did my job and got paid for it, and I was happy. Yeah, so I don't really know. If I'm being dead honest with you, I don't really know. But isn't it, we can never guarantee. Maybe it's still gonna come up. But obviously, if it does come up, not if, when it comes up, I'll let you guys know. I'll be ranting about it. The next one is, this is not a question. I just want to say I like your content and I wish you all the best. Thank you, my babe. I appreciate that so much. The next one is, do you have a ladies' night out as a married woman? Oh, babes. Oh, babe. I don't, unfortunately. It is something that I would really love to be a part of. If you are married and young, let me know. Maybe we can link up. What you also need to understand, or maybe what I also got to understand, I'm fairly newly married, right? It's like, it's very like new. So you don't really find a lot of people my age that are married, just because it came slightly too soon for me. Too soon, not in terms of anything else, but too soon if you're comparing Ugoti. I'll like, okay, I'll be honest with you. I am one of the first people to get married in my friends. I think I only have one other friend that's married, you know. So that if I was looking for, or if I said I had married women that are my friends, or that I, maybe not friends, but that I go out with, then it means I need to go out of my way and search for them and look for them, because I don't know any. It's that, but it's something I'm very open to. I've gotten a lot of advice about, even from my own mom, not really, it's but a thing of abangani okade nabo nekade uphila nabo, inkulumo yenu isizohamba ihambe ingafani. At first, I didn't think that was true. I was like, it's not like I've changed. It's not like I'm not the same person anymore. But that is dead the truth. Not to say they become less of your friends, or but they don't relate, and you can't even be mad about it. And they will try. They'll give you the best advice, the best answer they can possibly think of. But that as a bizuti udlule kuzona understand. If you don't have relation to it, your answer generic. You will answer me from a perspective of what you would do as a single person, or what you would do as a person who's just dating. Impilo becomes, it's just a new, completely different level. Maybe not level, chapter rather. It's just a completely new different chapter that you don't really know what to say or how to say certain things unless you've been through that chapter. So we can't even be unfair on our single friends or our friends that are dating, because they're not in that chapter. It's not their problem, it's not their fault. So you find that I really do wish I had a married friend, or like I had a married squad, because they'd understand. For example, now if we're out clubbing, Sana, if we wanna like join a guy's table, we're gonna join a guy's table, because why not? Dating is all about experiencing, it's all about living your best life. I wouldn't take that away from anyone. It's something that I have done. I've went out at night and I've ended up chilling with people that I didn't think I was gonna be chilling with. But now as a married woman, you can't just go join a guy's table. So isn't it, so now when your friends are out to do, now they need to compromise. So it's those little things where there is a shift in life. And yeah, but no, I don't have a married women's night out, because I don't know a lot of married women my age, and it doesn't make sense for me to go out with like old married women. I'm gonna be bored to death. So I don't know. It's something I am looking forward to if it comes, but something that I currently don't have. So yeah. The next one is, I just want to see if thing worked now. Okay, I did that one. Okay, so the next one is how long have you had your microblading for? So I had my microblading since 2020. Yeah, I had my microblading since 2020. So the story with my brows is I did microblading 2020, and then I think about 8 months later I did ombré. So what you see my natural brows to look like now is ombré blading. I get a lot of questions even in person. People be like, oh mama, microblading, and I feel like I don't serve the truth when I say I did microblading at more than enough beauty, because I did microblading and then I did ombre. But if you want your brows to look like mine, obviously now they're not natural, so you're not going to see, but you guys see me all the time in my vlogs. If you want your brows to look natural, I would suggest just go ombre. If you want them to be like mine. So in microblading, it's slightly more natural. It's slightly more like your own brows, and then ombre, you can just see it's like there's something. She did something to her brows. So yeah, just do ombre, and then yeah, I will link the page of the lady, my beautician. It's more than enough beauty. She's situated in Durban North. Yeah, but I'll definitely link her Instagram page, and if you are interested, you can get plugged on that. The next one is it's not a question. You have amazing skin, please do a skincare routine. Girl, I'm gonna be dead honest with you. After my spiritual attack, my skin bounced back. Like, I was like, it's like lo muntu abengila cishe wangisizile, because wow, I was so shocked. My skin still shocked me. I'm like, babes. So yeah, I'm so happy with my skin right now. But another thing, I did change my skincare routine. I'm gonna do it because you've asked me to do it. I've never really thought about it, but I'll actually do it. And also, I drink a lot of water. And another part of it, it's just good genes, guys. My skin, was never terrible. I've never had bad skin. I've always had nice skin. I've always had flawless skin. It's just that I had seasonal skin, so sometimes I would have like uneven skin tone. Now I don't get that. So I think that's the only difference. Oh yes, and now my skin is smooth. Like, oh my gosh, babe. Oh, what? Me? That's like the only difference. But I will do a skincare routine. I'll definitely do a skincare routine. But I really think the amount of water I drink now has to do with maintaining my skin. I think I got motivated after seeing how clear my skin just became, and even I was like, amanzi. Ooh, guys. Okay, the next one is, how long have you known your husband? I've known him for, I met him in 2020. Met him in 2020, so 2020, 2021. Yeah, 2020. Do I count 2020? It was like towards the end of the year 2020. Okay, I've known him for 2 years. This is the 3rd year. Yeah, let's count 2020. So 2020, 2021, 2022. I've known him for 2 full years. This is the 3rd year. And then the last one that I'm gonna take, because I don't want this video to be too long. Like, I want this video to be just under 30 minutes, and we are already sitting on 28 minutes. So I'm gonna take the last one, and then I'm gonna rip up. The next one is, how did you know he was the one? I don't know. Like, I'm being dead honest with you. I don't know. Because, hey guys, well, one day I'll do a story time of how I made my husband. One day. I don't know where that gonna be. But I didn't know he was the one because I wasn't looking for the one. I wasn't trying to make him the one. I wasn't trying to, guys, even this son. I wasn't even going out of my way. It's just something that happened, and by the time I realized he was the one, he was already the one. Like, I didn't sit down and I said, I want to make him like this. Guys, I don't know how to explain it, but I did, for the longest time, I didn't know he was the one up until, like, I think I knew my husband was the one 2 weeks after he proposed, because I just thought this guy was joking. I was like, It's so weird because he told me very early in the relationship, very bluntly, and then life went on and I carried it on, living my best life, He was living his best life. We were living our best life. But I never, ever, ever thought he's the one. I was just until like 2 weeks after the proposal. And then after, I was like, wait, okay. And then I went back to my list. I've always said the guy that I'm going to commit myself to was no 1, no 2, no 3, no 4. And I looked at my list and I compared. And I was like, And then the combos were communicating. And I prayed and I fasted. Oh, and I fasted and I prayed and I prayed. And then God said yes. So basically, yeah, that's what happened. I barely knew that he was the one up until I had to make the choice to go to he's definitely the one for me, or I had to realize that he is the one. But yeah, that's it. I really enjoyed shooting this video. I hope you also enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. Do drop it down below. Let me know what you think of this video. Let me know if you would like more Q&As to come. I didn't answer all the questions that I got because I don't want to make this video too long, like I said. But if you guys want like a Q&A part 2, do let me know. I love you guys so much. Thank you for the support. Thank you for everything, the comments. Thank you. But for now, you definitely are a star. I'll see you on my next video. Don't forget to like. Excuse me. Wow. Don't forget to like, to comment, and subscribe. Give this video a massive thick thumbs up if you enjoyed it. For now, you definitely are a star. Bye.